Tira com perfil 3 estrelas, né? Bora pro jogo. Começou dele muitos pontos. Mais jogo.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports, about to tip off the pivotal Game 3 in these conference semifinals. Alongside Shaq and Kenny, Ernie Johnson. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Los Angeles Lakers as they go up against the Houston Rockets at Toyota Center.
Vamos ver. Bora. Vamos ver se nós deixamos o Harden no chão.
We're live from Houston, where the crowd is on their feet. Big Game 3 of the Western Conference semifinals getting going right now. Thanks for tuning in. 2K Sports presents the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. We got a special treat for you folks tonight. Sports writing heavyweight Bill Simmons is in the house. Bill, welcome to 2K Sports.
What an honor. I've been waiting for the invite for years.
And we've been waiting for the acceptance. Thanks for joining us.
Let's do this.
You look at the Rockets. They need the boost here from the hometown fans, trailing 2-0. It is critical for them to start to edge back into the series.
And
guys, losing this one would be devastating. For all intents and purposes, this game is a must-win. You really have to treat it like a Game 7.
Exactly. Back on their home court, it's their chance to change the momentum in the series. But you're right, you can't go down 3 games to none and expect to come back and win a series.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Drew is out there with Harris, and it's McGee in at the 5 spot. Even before Dwight Howard, Bill, left the Rockets, Clint Capella became the clear heir apparent, it seemed, at that center position for Houston.
Great pick. I think they took him 25th in that draft. That's about as well as you can do. That's my hope for the Celtics with Rob Williams. They took him 27th, and you just hope he's this guy above the rim, shot blocker, athlete, and kind of teach him to do everything else.
Now here's Paul. Harden outside. To the inside. And it's Capella missing.
You know, the defense knew how to play at that time. Liked how they made their presence felt without committing the foul.
Rockets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Harden kicks to Paul. Capella trying to free himself up. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
You know, Chris Paul will get his points any way he can. I mean, that's his aggressive nature. CP3, if it means handling contact, he's ready for it.
And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Fades. And Kuzma gets it to go on the assist by McGee. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Now here's Paul. Harden outside. Three-pointer. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Harden is known for his creativity. Can't lose him in the screen and roll, or he'll take you to school.
James looking it over. And the pass to Harris. Here's Drew. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring, but let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And they get it there. They retain possession.
The craftiness of Paul really on display everywhere, but especially inside and forcing defenders to commit fouls.
This is his first free throw of the game. And so Paul nails both of them.
Well, I tell you what, like how cool and collected he was getting the job done at the line in this one.
Bill, several of your books have been bestsellers. How did it feel to see your work so well received around the world?
I think I was really happy that the basketball book did well because I spent a long time writing it, and it was 700 pages. And when it got mailed to me, it was so big, I thought people would just be terrified of it. And, you know, it turns out...
I think they embraced the size.
Yeah, I think they did. They liked it. I designed it for people to be able to put on their toilet or bring on an airplane or whatever they want to do with it. But I was always amazed that there wasn't a basketball book that tried to kind of group all these other books and so many opinions and all the misinformation. Like the fact that, honestly, the reason I wanted to write the book was just that people thought Will Chamberlain was better than Bill Russell. And yet every single thing written in the 60s was that Bill Russell was better. And all the players would say Bill Russell was better. And when they put together Bill Russell's team won. So it's like, how do we get to the point where people think Will Chamberlain was better? So it was that and some other stuff that made me want to write the book.
Kyle Kuzma is a guy who burst on the scene during his rookie year and is a fun player to watch. He's a guy that really has an outstanding all-around game.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 5. McGee with it. LeBron outside. Inside.
I'll tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game, and he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. And wrestling forth there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Poked away, and it's the Rockets with the ball. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, earlier I spoke with Mike D'Antoni. He had the demeanor you would expect for a coach in his situation. After dropping the first two in hostile territory, he acknowledged the hard road ahead. He said we didn't get it done on the road and there were some missed opportunities. So now we have to regroup and take care of business at home. Simple as that. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. Harris against Harden to stop the run. A nice shot by Tucker. Bill, the Rockets going into last season, new ownership. Seems like the transition has been pretty smooth so far in Houston.
Yeah, except that they left a title on the table last spring. They came really close. They had big leads in Game 6, big lead in Game 7, and just could not close the door. And that's been a recurring theme for James Harden, for Chris Paul, who missed the last two games.
Those games, right.
And I don't know if they're ever going to have a better chance than that, because you talk about Chris Paul now. He's in the 2005 draft. I think this is his 14th year. And point guards, as they get older, you can still get the 28 to 30 minutes a game out of them, but you're not getting like a top 3 All-NBA team type of performance. And I just wonder if they missed their window.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now, here is Harden. He has 5.
And you got to know Harden's looking to get to the line. I mean, one of the best in the game at going right into the defender and drawing fouls.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for the Lakers.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Well, that might be fair, Greg, but I wouldn't want to take away from what he did in that last game. I mean, let's just say it's a pretty nice run he's on, no matter how you decide to frame it up.
And it's the Rockets with the ball after the basket by the Lakers. Harden with it, picked up by Harris. Shot clock at 5, and James Harden with the 3. Harden's got 10.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
Nice ball movement there by the Lakers. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. The putback, Capella. They get a hand on it. Los Angeles leading by 3. Drew passes to LeBron. Stolen by Tucker. Harden outside. Over Harris. That one wide left.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Bill, in Houston, if there's one critique of James Harden's game, it's been his defense. But do you think that's changing a bit? We're seeing some evolving in his game.
Definitely changing. First of all, he's playing defense now, which has been revelation.
Jeff Bezdelik, I think, has really gotten his fingerprints on it.
Yeah, good name drop too, by the way. I like that. Yeah, you know what changes your defense is being picked apart online and Twitter GIFs and YouTube clips and people on studio shows on big giant HD screens pointing out that you didn't try on this and that you're a matador. And I think that there's been a shaming element of his defense that's actually been successful for him. And I wish we'd had that in the 80s for Dominique Wilkins and some of these other guys. Maybe if we had shamed Dominique Wilkins, maybe we would have played better defense.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. And the Lakers also making a switch. Lonzo. Whoa!
Hey, watch out now. Watch out. And you can sense they're starting to take charge here.
You know, they seem to be on the same page out there, Greg. I mean, definitely the momentum is with them.
Here's Drew. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 4 assists now tonight.
3 straight baskets in transition now. They'll want to end that trend in a hurry.
Now here's Rivers. Plays it up and banks it in. And here is Los Angeles now. 7-point differential. They are really pleased with the victory on Monday.
And the story of that game was their terrific rhythm on the offensive end.
Yeah, I thought they were terrific at getting the ball moving. Played so well together that night. Really shared the ball and looked for each other at a high level.
Here's Rivers following the basket by LeBron James. And it's Gordon missing.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
So it's the Rockets now, following the basket by Lonzo Ball. On up the court. Finished off the break. Ball's got his second bucket of the night.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Bill, you've watched the NBA evolve. Talk about some of the biggest changes over the last decade you've seen.
The three-point line and the threes or foul shots philosophy, I think, is the biggest thing. Just the pace of the game has really improved, and to a really pleasing way for fans. Like just what Steve Nash was doing last decade in those Suns teams, that everybody's playing that way now. I think the social media and the players basically getting rid of the wall between them and the fans, using social media, using Instagram, and we just feel like we know these guys better. And their ability to control their own message now versus where they were 10 years ago. It all started with the decision in LeBron James and has carried through this whole decade. And these guys now, they can get whatever message out they want. They can criticize the president. They can criticize their own team. They can ask for a trade. If they get called out by some writer or somebody who writes a hit piece, they can go back at the guy and sick all their fans on the writer.
Here's Gordon after the basket by the Lakers. Misses off the right iron.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Kicks it to Rivers. Back to Gordon. Just 5 on the clock. And Rivers with the basket on the assist by Eric Gordon. Rivers has got 5 now.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Here's James. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the leadership James brings to this team.
Harden against Harris. Now, here is Harden, guarded closely. It's blocked, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Let's take this chance now to show you the list of the postseason scoring leaders. Well, you look at Big Red, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player. So it's the Lakers now. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. The engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. PJ Tucker is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Green in at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Bill, your long-lost cousin Ben Simmons headlined a tremendous rookie class in 2017. And in fact, people might think it's the best rookie season ever in the history of the league.
A lot of good players. Simmons, Mitchell, Tatum. Do we count Simmons in that class, though? I guess
well, since he won the Rookie of the Year, let's put him in there.
All right, we'll put him in there. I think if you come out of a year of rookies and you get one guy who has a chance to be a franchise guy, that's a good thing. If you're doing 3 a year for 10 years, you have the most ridiculous league of all time. I think the talent ebbs and flows, and we've had stretches. Like I think last decade, in the 2000s, especially like from about 03 to 07, 08, like we were just short all-stars. We were just short a few guys, and you saw teams like the Nets with Jason Kidd made the finals 2 years in a row, and you saw the Ben Wallace Pistons team actually win the title
with no superstars.
Right, and you saw, you know, in 06, the Pistons Remember, they were on pace to win 70 games. They had 4 All-Stars. The league just wasn't that good, and now it's flipped. And it's so loaded. I think from a talent standpoint, as good as any year since 1993.
Veio nessa
That's a
partida
big
não tá
statement.
Yeah,
funcionando.
25 years ago, we just loaded
E
with
opa, mais um
guys who could be
toco.
Hall of Fame one day. You know, 8-time All-Stars, things like that. So now you look at the 17
Nossa,
class.
mano.
Simmons,
A
Mitchell,
enterrada
Tatum,
tá
just
hoje.
right there. That's awesome. I still believe in Lonzo, and I still believe in De'Aaron Fox. I think those guys
Ei,
could be
pô,
All-Stars.
Jordan.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Big Red in
Push.
that last game against the Rockets delivered quite
Vai,
a performance. Just
Toma.
an incredible number of
monstro.
points and was diming everybody up with an incredible assist game, setting up his teammates all
louco,
night long.
papai.
The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see.
Layups,
He showed
layups,
everybody
layups.
just how special he is when he is on his game.
Greg, something really stoked his fire. Man, there was no holding him back. And when a player is that locked in, you just got to sit back and enjoy the ride. He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
They have been board dominant in
mais
this game.
um
That's
pra
definitely been a
três,
factor
bosta.
in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And here's Harden. After the three-pointer from Drew
Oh,
to
yeah,
open that
babe.
time, made it look too easy. And it's 9 points for Chris Paul. Bill, you've done quite a few player interviews over your life, and I'm sure there are some guys that have surprised you with what they've got to say.
Yeah, I think we're in a really cool generation with basketball players where they're these really thoughtful guys
Ah, meu Deus
who
do
aren't
céu.
afraid to share stuff. You know, some of the guys try to protect their images and their kind of their manufactured reputations, I would say, to some degree, but for the most part, they can't.
Quase mais pouco.
Some of these guys, you can't hide on a
Às vezes
podcast.
drible não dá
If I
certo.
have you for an hour, you're not going to be able to dodge stuff. You're going to have to talk.
You challenge people, which is that's the beauty of the podcast.
Well, and I don't have notes, so I do it. I'm looking at you, you're looking at me, and we're going. And
That's
you
how
got to be
Larry
ready.
King, that's how Larry King used to
Yeah.
do it. Yeah.
So some guys are ready. Like Durant was great.
Vai, vai.
Durant was ready to talk.
Layup.
Live podcasts, and everything's on the table with him. But my favorites are, somebody like Kyrie came in, really smart, kind of sort of ready to go, but not totally, but then got into it. And those are usually the best ones.
Here is Harden after the made shot from
Vai.
Drew.
Peguei a bola. Peguei a bola. Nossa.
Here's the teardrop. Harden's shot is off. Lakers leading by 21. Pulls up for three.
Nossa,
And another three for the
Patrick.
Lakers.
And things starting to click from three-point land. Nothing in the first quarter, but he's hit 3 triples here in the second.
I want to get back to what we were chatting about, Bill, with how today's NBA players are so media ready, whether it be interviews or social media. Your take is really interesting.
I think in general, all these guys, the guys now are so used to talking to
Não,
people.
não, meu Deus,
Being in
eu
front
nunca
of
tive
people.
tanto love assim na vida.
You know, they're not surprised by questions, and they know how to handle themselves. They know how to not get in trouble, and they're comfortable.
Maybe kind of grown up with you, though, too. You know what? You've been relevant for many years.
Well,
They've grown up with your stuff.
To be honest, a lot of them just know me as the white guy on NBA Countdown. For that's they might not have read me, but they remember like that year I was with Jalen Rose. You know, but what's weird
I
is
think you'd be surprised. More, I think.
well, you know this too. When you're on TV, the credibility you get from being on TV, I wasn't prepared for within the NBA.
Oh, really?
I think that's true. Yeah, I think it's like, oh, he's on TV, he's okay. And maybe they don't agree with you all the time, but you passed some imaginary checkpoint with those guys.
Well, you may think that TV was your validation. This is going to be your validation.
Oh,
2K.
100%.
This is it.
100%.
I'm stamping you right now.
This is better than winning a Pulitzer Prize.
Ah, filha da
Drops in the
mãe.
tray.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Well, we want to thank the sports guy for being here. Enlightening as always. Bill, what a pleasure. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, I hope my son was impressed. Thank you, Kevin.
I'm sure he was. And Clark, always great to have Bill with us, a content creator who really taps into what the audience is thinking.
Could not agree with you more. Amen to all of that, Kevin. He's got a very loyal fan base and readers and viewers that share his vision, not just on sports, but on life. And that strong connection he has with them is admirable.
Here's Drew, defended by Paul. It's James atop the key. Here's Drew.
Nossa.
Down as he goes right over Chris
Vai da
Paul.
frente.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Vai da
This building is
frente.
stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his
Vai
bag
da
of tricks there.
frente.
Oh, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so
Mais
we
um
can see it again.
rebotinho.
Los Angeles
Vai,
leading by
Lebron.
18. Hart, that's good. Hart's got himself going there. His
Dessa
first
vez,
points
né?
of the game on the deep ball.
And how about the excellent court vision? Just keeping the defense off balance.
Yeah, that was a sweet pass right there, setting up his teammate nicely, and that's really how you move the rock. Share that sugar, man. Share it.
And a deep three from
Ah, meu,
James.
ia pintar.
And no good on the last second attempt this time. And through the first half, a pretty lot.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, look, defense has stood out for you in the first half. It's like they're playing 5-on-6. What has been the driving force for you there?
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the
somos
third
desse
quarter
tempo.
gets underway.
Mano, hoje eu tô ruim. Realmente não. Já joguei muito melhor
And
do
we're
que
set to get started again for the next bit of action in this game 3.
o jogo passado.
It's
A gente
been
nem
one
incluiu, velho.
outstanding game from Big Red.
Well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
You know, Greg, I like how they've set the pace. There's a lot of time left, so there's no rush. You don't have to go 70 miles an hour. Keep it at about 45.
So for the Lakers right now, LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards.
Não, peraí.
Harris is out there
Tá
with
arrumando
Drew.
fone aqui.
And it's
Pô,
Ingram
caramba.
at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Bora lá.
Lakers leading by 23.
Eita,
Here's
bora,
Harris.
bora, bora, mais uma.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
What athleticism there from Harris. Catching the D in a compromising spot and just forcing them to foul.
Los Angeles making a switch here. McGee's checked in. The Rockets shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Harden outside. Passes it to Capella. Shoots over Kuzma. Nice shot from 10 feet out. And that's now 6 points for Clint Capella.
Capella wanting to work on his jump shot a little more, proving there he can get it done.
Drew passes to Harris.
Cara,
To the middle. Puts it up from 12. Here's McGee. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, it's finishing your defense, Greg. We know that. You can defend, then you got to rebound the miss, and you got to get to the glass with intensity.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And that one drops for him.
That is the quick decision-making of Chris Paul. Doesn't take a single dribble, just sees it and hits it.
On the wing, Harris. Paul with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Here's Harden on the wing. Guarded by Harris. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Paul. And James picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Pull up top, guarded by Drew. Shot clock at 6. Green, no luck. Los Angeles leading by 23. Kuzma kicks to LeBron. Back to Kuzma. No good on the triple. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. Paul, right side. Harris against Harden. Pass to Tucker. Up again, and it's put back up and in by Capella. Capella's got 8 points.
Hey, you got to put a body on Capella. I mean, he's a tenacious offensive rebounder and does a nice job using his body.
Here's Drew, defended by Paul. Harris looking it over Harden. And again, the Lakers no good. Nuggets trailed by 21. Inside. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Trying to find Capella, gets it to him. He goes up again. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. McGee's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Wasted no time on that one. Drew's got 42 in the game.
No, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eating up anybody they've thrown at him.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they've got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
So for the Rockets, House is checked in, and it's Austin Rivers in for Chris Paul. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Now here's Rivers, guarded by Drew. Here's Tucker. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 5th assist in this one.
Tell you what, for a guy who's inconsistent from 3, Tucker's showing you he can be scary out there at times for a defense.
Drew passes to Harris. To the inside.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop to loop all day long on the highlight. Well, I like how Capella stays one step ahead of the posse on defense. There's a real good sense of body control.
Here's Drew. He's guarded by Rivers. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
I'll tell you, he's beating up the defense in this quarter, going right at him and scoring in a variety of ways.
Nene, he's checked in for the Rockets. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Ball's checked in. Now here's Rivers. 10 points for him. Here is House. Back to Rivers. And finish off by Rivers.
Such a strong finish for a floor general.
He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
That's the uncanny ability he has to find a teammate for an easy basket or get one himself.
How hard after the missed 3 from Drew. Takes it from 10. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. 24 points for James Harden. Lakers leading by 19. Drew passes to McGee. And the layup's good off the glass. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Rivers finds Tucker. Houston moving the ball around. 3-pointer. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
He's starting to feel it. He's in a groove here in the second half.
Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Drew. He's guarded by Rivers. Back to Caldwell-Pope. To the paint.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, as Caldwell-Pope. Love seeing that.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. Rivers surveying the D. And they call the foul, so he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play. Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Los Angeles?
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
And also, how about the points they've got in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Free throw no good for Rivers. Los Angeles leading by 16.
Vai, Corey.
Here's Harris.
Vai.
And he quotes in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Hoje eu tô muito ruim.
Adept at
Normalmente,
scoring from any area
tá nesse
of the
tempo, eu já tô
floor.
com as
Harris,
12
a
assistências.
guy you
pelo menos.
gotta stay up on.
Meu Deus.
Rivers kicks to Green.
Na próxima acho que eu vou estar mais de boa, eu jogo melhor.
Down low.
Mais tarde vai ter
Ingram with
The
the
Witcher.
steal.
Jogar um The Witcher.
To the wing right side.
Jogar um The Witcher mais tarde.
Good. There's
Chuazinho
another.
pra nós.
That gives him
Mais tarde
51.
eu com The
Making
Witcher.
it
Tem
look
cabeça arrancada, braço arrancado.
And here's Green. He'll
tudo
bring it
mais.
up for the Rockets.
Que é o dia de
He
ficar.
dishes it to Rivers.
Amanhã eu coxinho com assassinos.
There's 49 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Errei,
It's set back by Drew.
trouxa. É bloco, parça.
Ingram passes to Drew. From beyond the
Nossa,
arc and then
pra
some.
3.
Drew's got 54 points.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
É louco, pai. Nossa. Olha esse
Now
maluco
Rivers. He's got 17 and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on LeBron James. The Rockets have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
And just so frustrating
Bora,
for a
bora,
team
bora.
when you collectively go cold at the line. And that's happened to them here in the second half.
Here's Drew. And the basket is good, and he's got a
Marca
chance
aqui,
here for
trouxa.
one more at the line.
Isso é novato.
And everything
Começou,
they're
né?
attempting is
Aqui é
going in.
melhor.
Tremendous run here in the third.
And a much needed
Eu sou
run
novato
too,
do
Greg. I
ano,
mean,
essa é a primeira
they've turned
temporada
it up a
ainda.
notch.
Eu
Really
jogo uma
taking
vez por
over now.
mês.
And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's
Depois
checked
que eu vi
in.
todo perdido no primeiro jogo.
One-on-one here. Here's Drew.
Mais um? Não foi dessa
No
vez.
good on the three.
Você tá aí verdinho.
Gordon deciding where to go with it. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Los Angeles, holding a very comfortable 25-point.
Depois eu vou ver quantos bloqueios eu tenho. Não, gente, não tem tempo pra começar não. Aqui eu já tenho
Let's
que
hear what Mike D'Antoni was going over with his team moments ago. We welcome you back here to the coverage of the Western Conference semifinals.
Falando que eu tô ruim.
Here's
Mano,
Los
eu já tô
Angeles
com um a
now.
mais.
They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. They've got Hartenstein, also Clint Capella out there, Harden out there with Gordon. That's the 5 for Houston right now. It's stolen by Capella.
Desgraçado. Deu minha bola.
Gordon against Stevenson.
Vamos massacrar. 20 pontos. Boa.
Softly drops in the floor.
Mano, velho.
Splendid release on the floater. When executed correctly, it's a beautiful, effective shot.
Drew passes to
Nossa, levou.
LeBron.
Bora, levou.
He trains the quick
Nossa,
shot.
que é isso? Levei
How
todos.
about the passing?
Não
They
ficou
are moving the
sozinho.
ball without any thought, without any
Só não tem
individual
nossa.
agenda.
Mano,
Yeah, and
você
it's
acha
really
que vai
fun to
tirar
see
com a minha
that
cara,
kind of unselfishness. Really
No,
hard
no,
not
acho
to
que não, acho que vai
appreciate
não.
all
Sei
the
nem quem
assists
é.
they've racked up.
Desgraçado.
Lob pass to Capella.
Nossa,
Hammers the alley-oop through.
Esse
That's
capela
platinum
é o
level
canguru.
dime dropping right there by Harden. Such a smart passer. Gets us to his teammates on time and on target.
LeBron outside.
Nossa, Lebron. Que isso,
A
Lebron? Meu
three-ball.
Deus.
Rockets with the rebound.
And you know,
Assim
even with him
não,
struggling,
Lebron.
they're
Assim
still up.
não.
They need him to find his rhythm
Ah,
soon.
mano. Que cesta que é
The
ser,
dish to
velho.
Harden.
Puta que pariu.
Five to shoot.
Mas sai daí, Dom.
Chandler with the rebound.
Sai daí, demônio do meu ódio.
Lakers leading by 23. Pass to Drew.
Ah, mano, que
Headshot
ferrar, não
off.
foi.
Gordon with the defensive effort. It's Harden with the drive.
Obrigado,
And the basket
Harden.
is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
There are very few any better
tem
than
que
Harden
dar
at the
assistência,
and one.
velho,
He's an
é
expert.
louco.
He looks for the contact, initiates
Olha,
it,
dá
gets
assistência
it,
pra
and
vocês.
still finishes. You can't be too physical with him.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. JaVale McGee's checked in for Chandler.
Deus,
Ingram
caiu
comes in
no
for Lane
chão.
Stevenson. And Harris subbed in for Josh Hart. That's good from Drew.
Ai, ai. No chão.
No
Nossa.
good on the second,
Faz
so
tempo que
it's
não é
1
uma
of 2.
No
Gets
jogo que eu
trailed by
joguei.
21. Harden Harden
Além
outside.
das seguidas, acertei
Ball
7
for
de 3,
three.
né?
And
Seguida.
James pulls it down.
Allowing no space for
Mas
the
daqui,
shooter to get
nossa,
comfortable.
chega
Just
mais pra perto.
terrific
Assim.
defense.
Yeah, excellent extension on the block. Superb timing as well.
Como é que é
to slot that one
slash?
away. Now that's superb defense in low. I mean, they played it well. Not easy trying to alter these
Nossa,
shots
não.
without
Meu
fouling the
Deus.
shooter.
Pelo
And that's a
amor de
good
Deus.
job of doing both.
Here's Paul.
Esse jogo aqui tá
Buries
horrível.
it down low.
And we know Paul's not the biggest guy in the league, far from it, but that does not stop him from finding ways to score inside.
Nossa,
Drew passes to
nossa.
McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
And
Isso,
the
meu
one-hand
filho.
slam just looks
Nem
so
todos os
pretty
meninos que essa
when it's
história.
in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Harden draws the double. Offensive rebound.
Is it me or does it just feel like he gets every
Agora
rebound
vai.
that comes up?
Well, he
Agora
practically has
vai.
gotten every one that's available. A 20-plus rebounding game is not
3 de
something we
3, hein?
get to see very often, Greg.
Harden draws the double. And Tucker kicks to Capella. There's the pass to Harden. Harris on the double team. And Capella the bucket on the assist from Harden. Capella's got 4 this quarter.
There's been a change in this game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
James, the pass to Drew. Ingram outside. Lakers passing it around.
Valeu, Levi.
And he makes good on the way.
Valeu, salvou nós.
That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 11 assists.
Mais uma
Man, you got to
assistência
respect
só.
and appreciate how polished LeBron is inside. I mean, he really excels at creating opportunities for himself close to the rim.
Os rebotes.
Here's Capella. And it's blocked by McGee. And he recovers it. Passes it to Tucker. Up top, Capella. Paul outside. The three-pointer is right on target.
Felizmente nesse jogo aqui eu não vou
Paul's
conseguir
got 21.
muitos.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
LeBron passes to Drew.
Pelo menos a
Behind us,
Bucks vai ter
the
12.
alley-oop.
His ability
só de
to
dois.
create is a big part
mal
of what
pra
makes
caramba, mas
LeBron so
compensação,
effective that
hein?
there's no
Meu
way
faz gol não tá tão
to
ruim não também.
defend him in the open floor.
Só fiz bem muito
Paul with the
por...
ball. Now guarded by
Felizmente.
Drew. He gets that one.
Nossa, faz
23
tempo que
points
eu
for
tanto
Chris
coisa
Paul.
assim, gente. Meu Deus.
Lakers leading by 21.
Quando eu comecei a jogar, acho que não tive
Pass to
tempo.
Harris. To the paint.
Vamos ver?
Drew.
Mais
Chip back in for two.
layup.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Shoots from 14. No good that time. And it's the Lakers the other way.
Just a
Nossa,
solid
que
performance on the
passe.
interior. The
Vai, Lebron.
rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's
Aí,
actually sizing up,
Bora.
shaping up to be a great game.
Nossa, eu vou fechar com o B,
strong
mano.
performances
Meu
throughout,
Deus, eu nem
and they've
lembro
really
do
been
último jogo
strong
que
on
eu
the
fechei com o
glass.
B. Tanto tempo já.
Harris against Harden. And Tucker has it in the corner. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 9 assists now tonight.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Nem era
LeBron
pra ele
outside. From the arc. The rebound by Harden. Harden's got his 4th rebound in this one. Puts up a 3. The Lakers with the rebound. LeBron's got his
Hey,
6th
peace
rebound on
pass.
the night.
Yes.
So much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Nossa, já.
To the middle. And the dunk by Capella.
And the instincts from the
Agora ele
veteran
parece
point guard. Chris
capela.
Paul has tremendous feel for the game and for how to get his teammates the ball when they're open.
Drew passes to McGee.
McQueen.
It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And here's
Nossa,
Harden for
Cody, que
three.
isso?
It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Lets it go.
Bora agora? Não.
And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Boy, the defense had gone to sleep, so you got to knock
de
that one
dois.
down.
He kicks it to Tucker. Fires from deep. Harden gets the bucket. Harden's got 30 points.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Can't blame him. I mean, the effort hasn't been there. Just has not been there. Hopefully, he can get the
Nossa, eu
fire
joguei tão
lit.
mal, ainda
And
fui
now let's
o
present our Jordan player of the
cara do
game,
jogo.
Big
né?
Red.
Como-
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Some players rise to the occasion in the playoff spotlight, and some wilt under it. We know which type he is. What a stunning night for him. The Lakers need to get a shot off here.
Nossa, mano, que desgraçado.
Pass to
Muito pô.
Harden. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
Mano, 14
Paul's got his
pontos,
fourth
velho.
assist in this one.
He has
tem
definitely
15.
shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
Here's Drew.
Toma.
Solid play on the low
Forçado, hein?
block, and that one's
Os caras
good.
chegam.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Senão os caras chegam, é foda.
And here's Harden. Floats one up, and James pulls it down.
You know, the defense was probably in the C-plus range
What?
there. I mean, I'm sure he feels like that's one he should have made, that layup.
Olha
And here's Houston. Big stretch here going 10-2. And the dunk by Capella.
Joguei mais
Terrific ball
concentrado.
movement. Harden with perfect timing on the pass. That's often overlooked when the pass gets there. He relishes his role as a distributor.
James, no good.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
Here's Drew, defended by Paul. McGee in the
Vai,
corner.
Maguinho, mãe.
Gets the
Aê,
three-point
moleque.
bomb.
3 ainda.
McGee's got 17 points here in the second half.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the
Uma bola
opposite of
desse viado.
first.
The drive by Paul.
Nossa,
Hangs. And
esse
Capella with the
Capela aqui,
layup.
velho, não perde
Capella's
uma.
got 10
Não
points
perde
in the
uma.
And you might as well ride him, Kevin. When he's hot like that, feeling it,
Agora.
Capella needs to be written and written hard.
Drew.
Vai. Ah,
Grabs the miss. Harden's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
impressionado, Aí estamos jogando um jogo assim. Hoje eu joguei muito na mesa, de verdade.
From past the arc. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take
Não vão ganhar
possession.
não, seu viado.
Here's Harris. McGee, the pass to Drew. Stolen by Harden.
Filha da mãe. Mano, eu ia chegar no lado, desgraçado.
Ball looking over the floor. Down low. Green
Ô,
kicks it to Tucker.
desgraçado, mano. Tô ficando isso, mano. Eu ia chegar
Takes
no
the
ar.
three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Tá na
McGee,
Queen.
the pass to Drew. Lakers working the ball around now. To the inside. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle
Ah,
blew.
cara.
And there's the foul against Houston. And the first one at the line
Não
is
ia
good.
chegar no ar, velho.
He
Foi
hits
muito
both
triste,
from the
agora ia
strike.
chegar no ar. Vacilei, nossa.
1:51 left in the
Deus.
fourth quarter. Now here's Paul. Inside, and the dunk by Capella.
Hey, he's not going to mess that one up. Capella, when he's that close, count him.
James outside. Down low, Drew.
Bora.
Good, that's another bucket. 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks healthy.
Here's Paul. The offensive rebound. Here's Capella.
Mano,
Played in
ninguém
with
ganha
a
do
nice touch off the
Capela,
bench.
velho. Impressionante.
Capella's got 24 points.
Good concentration that time by Capella.
It's stolen by Green. Now here's Paul. Tight defense on him. Here's Tucker. He doesn't hit that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Drew. Good. And a nice assist from Corey Harris. And the Lakers lead by 16.
And game 3 will go in the record books here. Lots of energy out there tonight and an important win for the Lakers.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Big Red.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Nene, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Gordon comes in for James Harden. And it's Austin Rivers in for Chris Paul. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Gordon kicks to Green. This one for 3. No good on the shot. And the Lakers take it the other way.
Faz.
Stevenson passes to Drew. Bucket is good.
Esse.
Tremendous effort
Consegui
here
75
on the
de
road.
novo.
That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
No doubt about it, partner. But unfortunately, the flip side of that coin, the drive home for the hometown fans, must be rather
Não,
flat.
chute no ar, mano. Merda.
And he makes the first. That one is no good. Out to the wing. To the inside. It's tipped. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one's on Eric Gordon.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
All free throws good from Drew.
Quero fechar no A pelo menos. Tá acabando, gente. Tá acabando.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one
Mas
easily.
pelo amor de Deus,
You have to
como
think
eu
at
joguei
this
muito
point,
esse
up
jogo.
3-zip. It's only a matter of time now, Greg, until this series is in the books.
You know, this victory all but
Próximo vai
seals
ser
the
1000
deal.
melhor.
As strong as they look throughout this game and this series, I'll be shocked if they don't close it out in Game 4.
It's time for us to say goodbye. We hope you've enjoyed our second round coverage of the NBA Western Conference Playoffs. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David.
Here's the guy I'm looking for. AI.
Yo, what's up, man?
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Shaquille.
Hey, Shaq, shout out to you for playing big, like a true big man, sending shots back into the stands. Get that shot out of here. Talk about the role this team's asked you to play on the defensive end.
All right.
And we've reached the